One of my favorite sayings is a Persian saying. It goes, "Go wake up your luck." Now, what this means is we can affect how quote unquote lucky we are. But how do we do that? So, what I'd like to talk to you about in this episode of the VOHeroes podcast is three things: deconstruction, vigilance, and speed. And we'll do that next in this episode of the VOHeroes podcast. We work in an industry that is, if nothing else, capricious, random, crazy, unpredictable. We don't know what's coming down the pike. We don't know what we're going to like. We don't know what we're going to get. We don't know what we're going to be good at. We don't know what we're going to be attracted to. We don't know what we're going to be repelled by. We're performers. We don't know what's coming next. And it's hard sometimes to feel like you're in control of any part of your career when it feels like everybody else is deciding whether or not you're going to get booked, whether or not you're going to get an audition, whether or not you're going to be the voice of a particular character. So I love the phrase, "Go wake up your luck," because what it does is gives you a single tool, and that is activity. A single tool that helps affect the luck that you experience. Some people just let life wash over them. Some people just let things happen. And whatever happens, happens. And that's great. Some people have decided that they are going to educate themselves, move, choose, deny, filter. There's all kinds of things that we can do in terms of deciding what we will accomplish and what we will not accomplish when it comes to nudging our progress in one direction or another. And not everything's going to work, but there are three things that I want to share with you that I think most people kind of think about, but don't really put into words and don't make them part of their rule set. And one of them, the first of the three that I want to share with you today, is deconstructing our industry. And what I mean by that is, and this is a phrase that's used by James Clear in Atomic Habits, deconstructing your craft, deconstructing the system that we live in, that we work in, understanding who the players are, understanding who the gatekeepers are, understanding the rules they run their lives by: casting, production, writers, directors. When we understand more about our business, it makes it a lot easier for us to judge whether or not to move in one direction or another, to take action or not take action, what it kind of means in the grand scheme of things. The less we know about our business, the more we just kind of let it happen to us, the less likely it is that we can go and wake up our luck. If you are not watching, if you're not looking around and seeing what's happening in the business, the second one is going to be a challenge for you. The second kind of tool that I have for you today, and that's vigilance. We are in a moving, shaking, awesome world and business. How things are produced, what technology is being used, what the production greenlighting path is for things when it comes to video games, when it comes to animation, when it comes to television shows, when it comes to commercials or audiobooks. Things are changing on a daily basis. And to simply hide from that and not be vigilant about watching and asking questions. What is this new thing that I've been hearing about? And please ask me, ask people, if you're a VOHeroes Pro, ask in Pro Connect what this is all about. Being vigilant gives you an advantage over people that just really don't care or can't care, don't have the bandwidth to pay attention to it. We've got an awful lot of downtime as performers, and I would suggest that you use some of that downtime to pay attention to what's going on in the business and how things are changing on a daily basis and what those changes mean. So, deconstruction, understanding about our business, and then understanding with vigilance what's happening, what's changing. That's 2 of the 3. And the third one is kind of a variation on the theme of having a bias for action. I've talked before about, having a notion of getting something done quickly. Just acceleration or speed or velocity with making these choices and not, being afraid or unwilling or concerned. We talk about the fear of failure. That can hold us back from making any decision whatsoever. So say we understand something about our business, deconstruction. Something about our business is changing, vigilance. But we're really worried about the fact that if we do anything about that, that will go in the wrong direction. And so we hold back, or we don't do anything at all. And my friend Kevin Savitz has a great counter argument to all this. If you just let things go, eventually they're going to solve themselves. I don't know that works all the time. Works very well for him. He's an awesome guy. But I would say that you should at least consider making bolder choices earlier and faster, moving with alacrity, moving with the speed that you're comfortable with, at least moving forward once you've identified something that is changing and that you can react to. Now, all of these things often require that you be something close to fearless. And I get that. And I urge you to embrace that if you can. It's kind of like a fourth option here. All of these things, paying attention to how our business works, paying attention to the things that are changing in our business, and then having the bias to do something about it quickly. That requires a bit of fearlessness. And I know that can be hard. It can be very, very difficult for some people to do. I get it. It's hard for me sometimes. But I want you to know that I'm kind of a subscriber to nothing ventured, nothing gained. So I'm going to try something. I'm going to at least put my hands on the steering wheel and press the accelerator pedal and see what happens, as opposed to sitting at the light as it's turning green and wondering if I should move forward. So those 3 things are things that I think would help us go wake up our luck, go and have a bit of force, a bit of nudgy over the very random nature of our business. And for sure, I would love to know if any of this makes sense to you, if any of this is landing for you, or if you're sitting there going, no, not me, David. No, that's not going to happen. Not me. Let me know in the comments below if you want to like this podcast episode, if you want to subscribe to our channel, if you want to click the notification button so you know when new episodes come out. We'd love that. If you want to forward this to another actor or voice talent just because you love them so much and you think this might help, I'd really appreciate it. I'm David H. Lawrence the 17th. I thank you so much for watching and for listening, and I will see you in the next episode of the VOHeroes podcast.